So good for you because I mean we're always allowed to express anything that we feel to express, and also sometimes we finish sentences just because we feel like we have to because we started, and that's just bullshit. Like we can always start, if I could say anything to that comment, it's that your ability to choose completely brand new is always right now. Always. So you could even have a memory of something yesterday, want to talk about it now, and you could full stop be like, actually, I don't even care, drop it. Or you could explore it, whatever. But the point is that you have the full permission to always feel into a more nuanced, ooh, this feels better for me. This feels more actually like what I believe in. And the more that we exercise what we know in our minds to be true, like what we understand, okay, like, yes, we all understand that to some degree, we're meant to experience a lot of wealth, like abundance for sure, whatever that word means to you, but to like have plenty is a no-brainer. Like our minds get it. But how often do we just trail on because we're talking to some neighbor that we have lived next to for 15 years and we just say the same things we've always said, but we don't even believe them. And it's that whole like getting every part, like pulling those things back and being like, every part of my life I have authority over and I can let it go on as long as I want to. Or I could just save myself the pain and stop it short and say, you know what, actually, I am giving myself full permission to not need to explain anything to anybody. I'm just in this moment going to change it and move along. And if it confuses someone, well, they're probably not that connected to what you're doing, or they'll just ask. So why would I even care? And it's just this idea of there's in every single one of us, there's this very innocent, pure, potent spark of I'm simply meant to be here doing what I came to do. That's it. There is nothing else to add to that sentence. What you add after is what makes it all delightful. And it's all the cherries on top, and it's all the things that make your life so particular and so unique and such a gift. And yet, all of that is just going to forever evolve into more of it. So if we can always come back to that it's what we talked about last week about that origin point of like, I understand to some degree my power. I understand to some degree what I desire. And yet when I get all in an angst and like, and I get all bundled up and like bunched up with whatever, me trying to make sense of my life, but I just take a pause and I just come back and I just remember. I just sense into that I am just the pure miracle that I am. It'll allow your spirit, it'll allow your energy to sort of have some breathing space, and you'll start to feel once again that like, oh, right, there is nothing complicated. There's nothing about life that's, life is complex, but it's not complicated. And who you are is not complicated. It's pure, it's childlike, it's life-giving, it's world creating, it's fun, it's free, and then we make it complicated because we're so amazing at what we do. But and as we have all of these ideas and these assumptions about life in general, we just can practice more intentionally. Every time that I think that something is not flowing, or I think that there's something in front of me here, or there's something that I think that I can't overcome, or I have to overcome it at all, I can just feel into the miracle that I am. And I'm telling you, the beauty and the simplicity and the power and the force of nature that you are, it will start to just flow. It will just start to show you like, you'll just automatically, it's how kids move from boredom to like insane inspiration. They just give themselves space. And then before you know it, they're like in La La Land, having the most bogus, crazy adventure, getting all their friends on board. Like there's no end to what kids come up with. And they're blissed out. And it's because they create space where, like, for them, not so much, they're not really detaching from their experience. There might be some of that going on, but it's really they're showing to us what it is to be human. what it is to be in your nature is to create space to just sort of be blank and let yourself feel that love and let yourself just feel who you are. Let that just sort of come in and let it show you what you want. And then, of course, the desire means that everything in your universe is built in so that that comes into existence because you're you, which is beautiful.